Good day and welcome to your favorite sport program on TV, Plus Sport. As always on the program, it's definitely as usual exciting moment on the show. Most interestingly is that we'll be hearing feedbacks from all our viewers across the globe, how much they glue to the TV station when it comes to sport. And today will be different, and we're looking at a developing sport in the country, a sport that we want to call it an American sport, that is softball and baseball. But I'm not in a very good position to talk so much on this. I have experts in the house joining me. I have Mr. Kehinde Olaniyan, who is the Secretary General, Nigerian Baseball and Softball Federation. Mr. Kehinde, good to have you in the house. Yes, also with Mr. Kehinde is the Secretary, LOC, of the softball qualifier tournament, talking about Mr. Owolabi. Good morning. It's good to have you on the show.
Good morning, presenter.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let me start with you, Mr. Owolabi. While we go on with Mr. Kehinde, softball is not so much a popular sport in the country, and softball and baseball. But a lot of people don't know the difference between softball and baseball. Can you tell us about this?
Thank you very much. Actually, softball is not a familiar game in Nigeria, and it's widely played in the United States of America. And then it started in Nigeria a couple of years ago. It was brought into this country by General Owolabi in order to engage people in a new game that will bring people together towards developing the young ones and exporting them, representing the country. And basically, softball is being played by ladies, female folks that play male play baseball or female play softball. The techniques are the same thing, but just the starting point, the pitching is just what is different. Why pitching? Pitching from male side is different from that of the female, which is softball. And another to bring young ladies, girls, let me say girls now, to play ball, softball, because we call it softball, not that the ball is soft.
Okay.
But the technique that associated with softball cannot be compared to what baseball. As you can see on your screen, what is currently going on is a baseball tournament. If you look at the pitcher in the center circle, that if you look at the way he swing the hand, please swing before he pitch the ball to the batter. You understand? So, but in case of baseball, the ball will go the same line above the home plate. I believe people that understand the game, they know the terms I'm using. Associated with the base, with the softball. As I said, the game is played by the women, while baseball is played by men. Now, this competition that we are holding, presently, that is currently going on at the Kobe College, is called the West African Little League Baseball and Junior Softball Tournament. It's a competition that, a Little League started in America, and then the program is to develop young chaps, young brains, kids between the ages of 4 to 16, so that they can be able to train them in the game of baseball. The game is a different one entirely from that of soccer. Because averagely, we believe everybody affiliates themselves with soccer. But here, we want to bring those young staff who has talent, who has gift of doing better in another game entirely. That's why the game was introduced into the country. Now, the Little League, we've been having Little League for the past 30 years. This has been in Nigeria. It's a developmental program of bringing young girls and young boys, training them the game of baseball and softball, and at the same time exporting them out to play professionally in Europe and the United States. This particular edition of program that we are having presently at Kobe College is the qualifier for the West African team that will represent West Africa in Kobe in July. And we haven't qualified from that competition. They went straight to the World Series at Pennsylvania. Williamsport in Pennsylvania, United States of America.
Okay.
We've been running this program for many years, but this year's edition attracted many hands that have extended their support to this game of softball because ladies they too we have to like engage them because we know guys are very energetic and very strong. We also need to engage young ladies too in that game so that they can be able to be useful for themselves. And one thing associated with baseball and softball, I know Mr. Olaniyan, who is the Secretary General of the NBSA and the district secretary, district administrator of Little League in Nigeria, will be able to shed more light on those two games. You understand? So the purpose of this game is to develop young chaps, young girls and boys into the game and at the same time giving them a particular level. Okay, this is a game I know how to play. Let me just try and engage myself in and at the same time we'll be able to export them for an international competition.
Okay.
It's different from football. You
Well,
understand? So and all those players, they have their statistics.
okay. Well said, Mr. Owolabi. Let me ask the Secretary General, who is also with us on the show, Mr. Kehinde Olaniyan, who is the Secretary General of Nigerian Baseball and Softball Federation. Sir, what are the challenges as the Federation is facing, you being in the position of the Secretary General? Okay. I hope Mr. Kehinde can hear me clearly. That he is the Secretary General, and we know that the sport will be going through so many challenges to make it in the same level with other sports. So a lot of people want to know that what is the sport facing in his effort to be a prominent sport game in the country. Okay, maybe I will just, Mr. Kehinde Olaniyan. Yeah, I can hear you. Speak clearly now.
What I'm saying is that the major challenge that the sport is facing is that of funding. Funding in the sense that you need funds to run tournaments, you need funds for grassroots developments, to send coaches to schools, to various schools. You need equipment. The equipment are not that cheap. You need equipment to get the teams to play properly. And then, of course, you need training so that they can have proper skills that will make them to compete within Nigeria and outside Nigeria. Because what we want is for Nigerian players and teams to be able to make some mark, not only in West Africa, but in Europe and America. And because the sport is also professional, it is a professional sport in Latin America, in America and Asia. We also want them to be able to benefit from that and integrate themselves into that professional sector so that they can also become foreign exchange from Nigeria. So, and I say this, that often we should be able to make sure that we liberalize sports in Nigeria so that people can use their talents in different ways. And volleyball, become professional in different areas, and of course, be able to also express themselves and their talents.
So in his effort has made the sport what it is right now, talking about baseball and softball, we need to effort. Is it how much has various people contributed, not financially, but in terms of effort that the sport has got into this stage? You need to effort is that. I hope Monsieur have Mr. Kehinde Olaniyan with us on the show.
Please come again, please.
Okay. You said one of the problem or challenges. Yeah, that's one of the challenges the sport is facing is finance and support. So in which effort, whose effort has made the sport what it is right now? What have been making the sport go on regardless to the challenges it's facing?
Yeah, I think I would like to commend our volunteers of different cadres. We have volunteers at the directory level. We have volunteers At league level, we have volunteers. At schools level, we have volunteers who also run their teams. So major strength of this program is volunteering program. People who contribute to widows' right to ensure that children are able to go to the pitch and train. For instance, there is a team from Abuja to come and take part in this qualifier. The parents contributed to make sure that the team got to Lagos, got to Google Connect to compete. Team also came from Benin Republic. Team came from Côte d'Ivoire. Team came from Osun State, from Bayelsa State, from Lagos State. So these are all voluntary efforts to make sure that we keep the team going. So I would believe that the major strength of this program is voluntary effort. Of course, certainly, we also have some components coming in to support us. We have Transport Corporation, which is particularly a major sponsor of this very tournament. We have this International. This International is also a sponsor of this tournament. And we also have First Bank of Nigeria. They have also come into the scheme to support us to make sure that this tournament.
Okay. What's the future of the sport? Before I go to Mr. Owolabi, who's also waiting to tell us so much about what's the future of the sport in the country? Talking about Mr. Kehinde, talking about the future of the future of the sport. How bright is it? Is it something that will keep hoping for the best, or it has a very good solid foundation to make it one of the best sports in the country?
Of course, it has a foundation. The foundation of any sport that wants to make it in the world has to be on amateur sport. Before you become professional or semi-professional, the amateur category of that sport must be highly developed, and that is the strength of our sport right now. We rely so much on the volunteers. We rely so much on private sector. We're being driven by the private sector. We collaborate with government, we collaborate with Sports Council, with Nigeria Committee, we collaborate with the Federal Ministry of Sports. But majorly, sports is being driven by the initiative of individuals, of the private sector, of parents, of companies, of organizations who are interested in seeing that our youth are able to develop and express themselves. So that is the strength of baseball and softball in Nigeria and over West Africa. Okay,
thank you. Lastly, let me ask Mr. Oshode also with telling us about this one. So what do you expect from this tournament going on? And how good is Nigeria representing the world since it's a qualifier? Hello, sir.
Oh, yeah. In time past, we've had people that have represented the country in Little League tournaments in Cuba, in United States of America, and another part of the country. I will be presently Little League in Africa this time teams that will represent both and fully supported international. And then we had all the way from Senegal all the way from Cote d'Ivoire. We have other teams like Faso, they are not on ground. You understand? So in particular case, we are planning to like the quality match. I will represent Africa, not only Africa. I will represent Africa as a beautiful tournament in Poland, and by the time of God, we will qualify also in
because of our time, I want to say a big thank you to Mr. Shodu, who is speaking right now, and who is the secretary of the local organizing committee of the ongoing tournament, Mr. Kehinde Olaniyan, who is the Secretary General of Nigerian Baseball Federation and Softball Federation. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time. We appreciate your contribution to development of the sport in the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey. That's a wonderful moment. For those of you that have been trying as much as possible to where baseball is right now in the country, you want to go to America because of baseball, you want to go to outside the country because of football. No, there's a sport going on right now, tournament going on right now about this baseball federation. And these men wish that the sports should have so much support in terms of volunteer and what the case may be to ensure that baseball and softball should not be a foreign sport to Nigeria as a great country. I hope you all enjoy that. And this is all we could take on today's program. I'm Mudashiru Shitu. Thanks for watching. Same time tomorrow, we'll be giving you all what you need to know in the world of sport. Bye for now.